Hi guys. When I say the word brain aneurysm to you, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? What is the first emotion that comes to your mind? Are you afraid? Are you scared? That's what used to come to my mind when somebody mentioned brain aneurysm when I was younger. It's a very scary thing that not many people talk about. A brain aneurysm took my aunt's life, one of my very favorite aunts. She dropped dead of a brain aneurysm. She waited in a hallway for 4 hours, and they did not know it was a brain aneurysm. They thought she had a stroke. They weren't sure what was going on with her, and she died in that hallway as the artery in her brain that had burst was bleeding. And they didn't know. If they had rushed her to a larger hospital, there might have been a chance that she would survive. But they didn't know she had an aneurysm. Other people in my life have since then have dropped. I had brain aneurysm surgery in October 10th, 2007. I was very, very lucky. I was having a problem with my face, actually, a nerve disorder in my face. I went in for a test, and I had an MRI, and it was discovered that I had a 1 centimeter brain aneurysm. I had surgery not as fast as I would have liked, a few months after that, and they put 2 titanium clips on my aneurysm, and I did have a massive stroke. Not a massive stroke, but a fair stroke that closed down the right side of my body. I was told that they caused the stroke putting the clips on because they had to basically save my life. They had to cut open my head, craniotomy, and get in there and put 2 clips in there to close this very thin-walled brain aneurysm, and in the process had to clip another artery which shut down this side of my body. But I knew when I woke up, and I couldn't move that whole side, and I couldn't even lift my hand and stuff, and I didn't care. I didn't care if I had to sit in a wheelchair or anything, because I was just really pleased that I woke up. And I have lots of funny stories in the hospital, but that's not the point of this video. I was just really happy that I woke up, and that saved my life, them lifting my brain and putting it in there. And the first words the doctor said to me was, "That was a very thin-walled aneurysm, and we are glad we got to it, and we managed to clip it and fix it." And they saved my life, the neurosurgeon, Dr. McGurl. I'm going to say his name here. He saved my life. He's my hero. If it had burst where I live, I would be dead. I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here right now. It's the grace of God, and actually I do believe it's the grace of my aunt in heaven. Oh, I'm going to get emotional. She saved my life. Looking down from heaven, she saved my life, and she helped. I believe that. I believe that she looked down and said, no, not her. She's not coming yet. She has work to do. And it's my duty as a survivor of an aneurysm to let you people out there know that it's not a scary thing if you know about the symptoms, and if you know about the chances of, if you know all the facts about aneurysms and stuff. I just want you to know that I currently also have a second aneurysm. This one is inoperable. It's in the middle of my brain, and they can't get to it to operate. It's a smaller aneurysm, but it could also burst at any time. I take my blood pressure 3 or 4 times a day, and I also take blood pressure medicine and keep my blood pressure as low as it can possibly go. To the point that when I sit up and get up, I get very dizzy, but I have to keep my blood pressure low. And this makes it even more, just, you just don't, it's just, I guess that's just a whole other video. The point of this video is to let you know, this is my job, to let you know that I feel that it's necessary to raise awareness because I want to save your life, and I want to save somebody else's life like my life was saved and my life was spared. So I'm going to tell you and read to you really quickly about what a brain aneurysm is. A brain aneurysm is a weak bulging spot on the wall of a brain artery. It's very much like a thin balloon or a weak spot on an inner tube. It's estimated, I only have the facts right now for the States, because the Brain Aneurysm Foundation that I work with, they are located in America. There's not one here in Canada. They do work with me from the States, and we don't actually have, we do work with them, and they send us products and stuff like that. So the information we have is from the States. So it says an estimated 6 million people in the United States have an unruptured brain aneurysms. So that means like 1 in 50 people. The annual rate of rupture is approximately 8 per 100,000 people, or about 25,000 people. About 40% of all people who have a ruptured brain aneurysm can die as a result. 4 out of 7 people who recover from a ruptured brain aneurysm will have disabilities. 4 out of 7 who recover from a ruptured brain aneurysm will have disabilities. Brain aneurysms are most prevalent in people ages 35 to 60, but can occur in children as well. Women more than men suffer from brain aneurysms at a ratio of 3 to 2. Ruptured brain aneurysms account for 3 to 5% of all new strokes. But you know, I could read those statistics, but the things that I want you guys to know, that if it can be genetic. So if it has been in your family, if an aunt or an uncle or a mother or a sister or a brother or somebody in the next generation or up or whatever has had a brain aneurysm, you need to get an MRI. You need to get checked. If you yourself has had one, or your uncle, aunt, whatever, your kids need to get checked. Now, I don't care. Some doctors say it's not, but it is. My aunt died of one. I had one. All my brothers and sisters have been checked. My children will be checked. It is genetic. You have to get it checked. You have to take care of yourself. If you experience any of these symptoms, you need to seek medical attention immediately. Do not stay home if you suddenly get a sudden severe headache, like the worst headache of your life. If you get a stiff neck, nausea or vomiting, blurred or double vision, change in mental status or awareness, or if you have a seizure. If you suddenly have trouble walking or get some dizziness, numbness in your face or weakness or anything like that, pain above or behind the eye or drooping eyelid, anything like that, get to your emergency immediately. Don't go back to bed and wait till it passes or anything like that. There's different severity of things, like things could just leak, things could burst, things, you know, whatever. Don't take chances. When you're not feeling good and something doesn't feel right, follow your gut and get to emergency immediately. And when they give you pills and say it's nothing and send you home without giving you an MRI, listen to your gut feeling. Listen to your gut. Doctors, I have all respect for them in the whole entire world. I do have deep, deep respect. But listen to that inner voice and what it's telling you. And if you feel that you need to get checked for something, fight and fight and fight until you can get checked. I'm running out of time to tell you about treatment options and stuff. Hopefully you will never have to go through that. But if anyone has any questions, please feel free to contact me through the message board, or go to www.bafound.org. It's the Brain Aneurysm Foundation. I'll put it up there. I hope you could see that. I think you can see that. Right there. Contact them. There are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And I'm sure I'll do more videos and get into my story a little bit more. Thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you all. And again, thanks a lot, guys. This is